Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am collecting madness. There's always madness in love, and we love collecting.
Master Windu, how pleasant of you to join us.
This party's over.
No, this party's not over. This party's just begun. And speaking of party, you guys remember when Mace cut off Jango's head? Yeah, those were good times. Good times. Anyways, I'm back with another Star Wars Hot Toys figure unboxing, and if you are new here to the channel, I do have a goal of 2,000 subs right here on the channel. If you're as mad as I am about collecting, go ahead and head down, smash that subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit the like button, beat it up, whatever. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Finally, here we have Mace in all his glory. I am super excited about this figure. We have waited so long. We had a sideshow, we had a third-party toy Saber Master, and now we finally have an officially licensed product. And it is 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones, so you know what that means. When you remove this cover, you are greeted with that, but I do want to go over, you get Mace front and center, Star Wars, and it's reflective. The logos of Hot Toys and Movie Masterpiece. On the side, nothing, and on the back, legal info. So as I said, taking off this cover, don't mind the glare guys, it will go away as we go further, but you do get another 20th anniversary foil sticker, Mace Windu there, Star Wars Attack of the Clones, an image of Mace, and if you guys would like to pause to read, you can absolutely go ahead and do so. On the back, another image of Mace, some more legal stuff, nothing on the side, and if you open this, it is magnetized and you can see the figure and all his accessories. So we're going to get him out, get all the accessories, and talk about it. Alright, now we all know that this is a controversial sculpt here, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit better in person once we get him out. So here we have the clamshell. It is a deep clamshell, and I can already see down here these fabric cuffs are already coming out. So I gotta reach up there and pull those down. They are very staticky. Mace is in there. Good old. My head's kind of twisted around there. Alright, guys. First impressions, actually pretty freaking good. Let's get all this plastic out, all these accessories, and talk about it. So here we have all the accessories, and guys, if you don't remember, the reason he has so much is because he does have Clone Wars look to him. That's why you see some armor pieces. And going over those real quick, you can see they're on the hands. Swap out hands here. And then same for the other side, and they do have some nice dirt and grime all over them, as if he's gone on the sands of Geonosis, so that's pretty cool. We do then get some armor plating, which also has that grime and dirt all over it, just like the troopers. Really neat. You do get the Rebel logo there. Next up, we have some plain hands for him. We don't get fisted hands, but we do get a lightsaber holding hand, another different lightsaber holding hand, and then a force gesturing hand. And the paint apps on these are actually pretty good. They're speckling of the skin, and I really like that. Going over the base here, it does have this kind of council flooring to go over it. It is reflective. You can see there's a vinyl graphic here. In case you did want to stick it permanently on this, I'll probably just take the top coat off. And then you get just your standard base that is scuffed up and weathered, as well as a Hot Toys Star Wars Mace Windu metallic nameplate that is always reflective, and I love these. Of course, then you get the crotch grabber. Next up, I always grab these in case people want to know, and if you didn't know and wanted to do this, when you buy these anniversary figures, they most likely come with a poster. At least every 20th anniversary so far has. This one being Anakin, Obi, Mace there, and Padme Amidala. Next, you have the Hot Toys Power Box here. It has the USB port down there at the bottom, the on-off switch, and then you can see where they need to be plugged in, as well as the Type-C port, which is not included in the packaging, unfortunately. You can, however, clip this. It comes with 2 clips. You can clip it to his belt, or you can clip it to the stand. Me personally, I like to clip it to the stand so I don't damage the pleather belt, because they're still not doing leather, and we'll talk about that once we get to the figure. Next up, we do have these little soft cloth wrist tabard things that go over his wrist for when you want to put the Clone Wars armor back on. And speaking of that lightsaber and light up lightsaber, you do get his Attack of the Clones hilt, which is the same for Revenge of the Sith, in that gold and black and metallic finish. It is painted beautifully. You do have a cover tech wheel here at the bottom that can be swapped out for 2 other little cover techs. They are very tiny, careful not to lose them. You just pop out the old one, put this in, and then you could hang it from his belt. Here is the USB-C lightsaber. It has the cord already attached to it, and when you plug this in, it will light up, and it does have the same paint apps as the regular one does. These are super, super vibrant, and I really dig these. They're really purple and vibrant, and I absolutely just love that. You got a swooshing effect and a standard blade here. Next up, we get a little hologram and the projector that it stands on. This is like an old school looking one. Obviously, it's prequel era. Kind of reminds me of the old Sideshow figures that used to come with this, so I haven't seen one of these in a long time. And this is really, really cool. And of course, going back to Yoda, you can see it is a translucent, like blue plastic, and he is very, very tiny, and he does have some lines to make it look like he's actually being projected. So I did want to showcase quickly, I do have the lightsaber here plugged in, and I just wanted to light it up for you guys real quick so you could see what it's like. Hit the power button on, and you can see it is a nice purple. Careful you're not blinded there. And then we just plug a blade in here, and you can see in this lighting it does light up a nice treat, which I really, really like. They are getting better with these sabers. Unfortunately, it's not the brightest thing in the world, and maybe one day they will learn how to do it, but for now this is what we got. Of course, it's not the brightest thing in the world, but we do get it nonetheless, and they are improving. I do like this. It will get better, I do believe, but for now, this will do the trick. And if you want to swap out the blade, you just take that one out, and we can pop in the swooshing effect, and there you go, guys. I'm not even kidding when I say this. In person, you can see Samuel L. Jackson in there at certain angles. I still think it's a little bit off, but this one in person is a whole lot better. Just trust me, guys. It's one of those figures. I do love the glossiness of the eyes, the paint apps in the skin, the wrinkles, like the texture on his head. Like you can tell there's like hair follicles that used to be there and like have closed up. I mean, this thing is insanely detailed. We do have a Jedi robe on there that is pretty standard. It's like this soft suede kind of material. And then if we remove this off of him so we can see, usually these are wired in the hood for posability. Hot Toys isn't doing it this time, and I know Anakin won't have that either. There is wiring for some reason in this, which does help it sit nicely on the shoulders, but there's no wire in these sleeves either or at the bottom. So this is a fairly basic cape that Hot Toys has done, and I won't have the hood on him much anyway, but you know, it would be nice to have. You can also see his sleeves are a lot more droopier than most Jedi's. They were baggy, which I really like that look. I like the color, and I will be giving this a dye bath. And if you have not done this to your figures to avoid staining, I do have a video on my channel. I will link it up above if I remember, and you can go watch how to remove the excess dyes out of these robes. I haven't had to do it in a while. Since we have a Jedi now here in the collection, we have to do it because I do not want staining on his brand new tunic. This gorgeous tunic on him. You can see the actual colors here of his tunic. You have some wiring in here. I do love how they bunch this over the belt to make it look like it's got some weight to it and it's draping over. That's a really nice touch by Hot Toys, and I know Anakin is having that, so I'm super excited for that. These are the standard hands that you get on him on the bottom here. They're just kind of open palmed. You can see his pleathered belt here with the CoverTech clip that his belt will hook onto, as well as some pouches. And on the back, you do have the Velcro strips and just some more of the tabards. This is wired here as well to make it look like he can blow in the wind. And then we also have down here some white pants, which is all fabric, so great for posing. This skirt is also wired and can be bent for posing. The sleeves, however, are not wired. I don't know why they didn't do that. They've done it with other Jedis, but hey, they give us a lot more wiring and all this other stuff, so I'm happy with that. And then you get down to the boots, and they are pleather, but this isn't. This is like a soft fabric material, which is kind of nice. It's different, and it's mixed media right here on the boot. And then you do have a little bit of tread here on the bottom, and it has the Hot Toys and Lucasfilm stamp on it. As far as posability goes, this guy can look left and right. It is one seamless neck joint, which I personally love. I think that looks more realistic for a figure to have, and he can go look up and down and side to side, so you can give him that kind of look. Unfortunately, this figure does not have rolling eyeballs. I wish it did, but hey, I'm happy with what we got here. The way he looks, this expression fits Mace well. Arms can go out side to side. For some reason, this one feels a little bit different. It's like tighter. No, never mind. They're even. It's just in my head. Ignore me. We got double bend for the elbow. Swivel kind of pivot there at the bicep. And then a ball peg here for the hand. He does crunch forward and back, rock side to side. His legs don't do much split because of the skirt, and they go forward on nice ratchets. They also go back on ratchets. That's nice to know. Double bend at the knee here on soft ratchets. Same for this side. And then it seems a double ball peg for the ankle that does go forward and back side to side, so it does rotate, so you'll get excellent articulation with this guy, so nothing to worry here. Alright guys, here we have Mace Windu running in his Clone Wars gear. I did want to swap it out just so you could see what it looks like. I just have him running onto the battlefield. I love the wiring in this, as it does give a more realistic effect to the figure. And there's not much negativity I could say. That controversial head sculpt, it's kind of out the window just because of the tailoring and everything like that. And I think in person, if you pick this figure up, you guys will really learn to appreciate it. I can see a bit of Samuel L. Jackson in there, as well as maybe some animation, and it's honestly chef's kiss to me. This is definitely a top one in my figure collection, and I don't see myself getting rid of him anytime soon. I love the hologram display that you get with him. I love that you can pose the wiring, as I said. I love that you can wear his tunic, you cannot wear his tunic, and then, of course, they just add a third option, and that being with this Clone Wars gear. And to me, that just speaks volume, and as a collector, we really love options, and at the end of the day, you can't ask for much more, especially with a figure like this. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did creating it. And again, if you are new here and you made it this far, please consider subscribing. As I said, I do have a goal of 2,000 subs. Well, without further ado, guys, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.